So where I was letting you know about the EC2 types, that how many EC2 instances we do have, and what is the benefit of each and every EC2. Uh, See guys, it's a basic theory, but this will help you in your future endeavor. अगर आपको यही नहीं पता होगा मेरे को EC2 कौन सा कहाँ इस्तेमाल करना है, you will create blunders. And let me show you one thing. You will get requirements in the company that how to create machines instance. These are the instructions has been set up by architect. ये instructions होती है, architect इनको बना के आपके लिए भेजता है कि आपको इन पर वर्कआउट करना है. बट हम लोगों का जो टास्क है वो ये नहीं है. हमारा पर्पस है हमें आर्किटेक्ट बनना है. वी ऑल आर हियर टू बिकम एन आर्किटेक्ट rather than to be a normal DevOps engineer. No, we have to become an architect. So guys, this is the actual build sheet that you will get during your work 10 years. जब आप काम करने बैठते हैं आपको इस तरीके की शीट्स बनानी मिलती है जिनको आपको काम करके देना होता है. You have to, I think, you have to work on these kind of sheets. Like this is a project for Ericsson, and so this is the infra they want to design, and they will give you instance type M series and R series. So in companies, in productions, in use cases, you cannot choose anything with your own. आप कंपनीज के अंदर जब आप काम करते हो तो आप अपनी मर्जी से कोई भी चीज चूज नहीं कर सकते. Everything has been decided, pre-decided. And who has decided? These architects who are designing. Okay, so now you see they required this M5 and R series. Now just understand what is the benefit of M series machines. The benefit of the M series machines are the M series instances are known as a general purpose instances. M series के जो instance होते हैं general purpose instance होते हैं, and they are using Intel Xeon processor with RAM of 8 GB to 160 GB. Now, why I am telling you this, मैं आपको ये सब क्यों बता रहा हूं? यही चीज आपको हेल्प करती है ये समझने के लिए कि अगर मेरे को एप्लीकेशन रन करनी है तो उस एप्लीकेशन का टाइप क्या है और कितना हाई उसके लिए मेरे को कंप्यूट पावर चाहिए. Why I am telling you all of this? Because these things will decide the application size and what sort of compute resource this application required. Now we have T series. These instances provide, again it's a general type of machine. These instances provide baseline level of CPU performance. It has virtual CPU from 2 to 8 GB and 32 GB of RAM. Whenever you are building a web application, जब आप web application बनाते हैं, जब आप web application build कर रहे हैं, ये कहाँ इस्तेमाल होते हैं? If client came for you that I need to develop a web application, मुझे code repository बनानी है, मुझे माइक्रो सर्विसेज जो है डिप्लॉय करनी है. If these are kind of requirement of the client, then you should go for T series. जब क्लाइंट की रिक्वायरमेंट इस तरीके की होती है, then you have to select this T series. When client said that I need to develop a very large level of web server, I need to run my database, then you have to pick up a M series. This is why I am letting you know कि किस सिनेरियो में आपको ये इंस्टेंसेस यूज करने हैं. When to use these instances. Then we have compute optimized instance. What is the benefit of compute optimized instance? These instances have more CPU than RAM. Now let's understand. Whenever somebody say I need to run web server, it's a common batch processing. Now batch processing क्या होती है? Batch processing, what is batch processing? Batch processing to me, it's like you are doing parallel work. Like you are going in bank, some people are depositing money, some people are withdrawing money, कोई पैसे डाल रहा है, कोई पैसे निकाल रहा है, some are creating their opening their account. So this is also known as a parallel processing. In that scenario, you have to use this compute optimized instance, and the identification is C series. Then we have memory optimizer. What do you mean by memory optimizer? High memory sorry, much more memory than CPU. You will get more RAM here. So whosoever instances are starting with R series is known as a, these instances will comes under memory optimizer, R, X and Z. What is the purpose? When to choose these instances? इन instances को choose कब करना चाहिए? When you are building up your MySQL applications, database, Cassandra, they all are the name of the databases. If client want to host their database in AWS, distributed web scale caching, Hadoop services. Hadoops are also a cluster. It's a compute technology. Hadoop भी एक computer technology होती है. These are the cluster type. If somebody, people who belongs to the IT for so long, they know Hadoop. So Hadoop is also the cluster, a very big, large scale set of clusters. Then we have X series. This is also comes under memory optimizer. Okay, so these are the types of instance we use and when to use. I'll give you this theory. Please go through when you get time. I'll give, मैंने already दे रखा है आपको. But again, I'll share with the new people, so they will get to know that when to choose which type of EC2 instance. Now here comes the actual scenario. This is my task sheet. The client is asking me. The client is developing a SAP application, and he wants me to choose. He wants us to use this sheet to build up our infrastructure. Client चाहता है कि ये sheet के हिसाब से इनको infrastructure build करना है. And trust me, guys, this is the actual requirement. This is the actual. People said production work. This is the actual requirement. This come to me from HCL, and this is for Ericsson. So this is the kind of sheet you will get before building up any infrastructure. Now let's understand how to create an EC2 instance. So as I said again, to create an EC2, first of all, you have to log into your dashboard and search for EC2. Now let's take this as a task that my client said that I have only $800 per month budget. I need to run a web service. I need to run a web server which public can access. Now, I'm having only estimate that only 200 people will hit my website. यानी क्लाइंट कह रहा है कि अभी मेरे पास सिर्फ एक छोटा सा एस्टिमेट है कि पर डे 200 लोग मेरी वेबसाइट पे आएंगे. बट फ्यूचर ट्रैफिक कुड बी 1000 people per day. So create a solution here. I will run my web server on small instance, and I can migrate that to high capacity in future. ये मेरी रिक्वायरमेंट है और ये मेरा एक टास्क है जिसका मेरे को एक टिकट मिला है. I mean, I get a ticket and this is my task. That right now I need to create a web service on a public instance. That the basic estimation is that the 200 people will hit my website. यानी मैं एक वेबसाइट बना रहा हूँ. मेरा एक एस्टिमेशन है कि पर डे 200 लोग आएंगे अभी, पर जैसे जैसे बिजनेस ग्रो करेगा वो 200 2000 भी हो सकते हैं. तो दैट टाइम आप इसको स्केल अप कर देना. So now first of all, just divide this task into pieces. Like first, we need to create web service, means an instance with web service. So I'm taking a build sheet example that okay, the client is asking for the server. So I am taking only EC2 part right now. Instance type A large, M large, but here I am doing practice, so I will use T2 micro. मैं practice कर रहा हूँ, मैं सिर्फ T2 micro लूँगा. तो यार, I'm sorry to say everyone, are you getting what I am saying? आपको समझ भी आ रहा है या मैं ही बोले जा रहा हूँ? तो मेरे को तो कोई क्वेश्चन ही नहीं पूछा आज मैंने किसी से. इसने ना?
Yes, we are getting, sir.
Okay, Amit. To my guest, Amit. Sabyasachi, anything that you want to say?
Yeah,
or
no, actually, we are getting all the things, so that's why we are learning. so
Okay.
calmly.
What about you, Amit? All good?
Yeah, it's all good. It's making sense. I was just thinking like depends upon the client requirement. We have to decide not only on this EC2 virtual machine, but other requirement also. But
Yes, sir.
actually, I mean,
Amit, I'm completely agree on your point. But right now, I am just talking about EC2, so I am just focusing over here only.
yeah, true.
That's
Agreed.
why.
Please,
That's
go on.
why.
Yeah, yeah,
That's why.
yeah. Thank.
And my special guest, Deepti, you understand anything?
Yeah, Kamran, it's good.
Okay, thank you. So now, Amit, I'm just talking about EC2. That's why I don't want. See, I completely agree that you are professional, I am professional. You are working, I am working. But people are here who are starting from everything from very scratch. So I have to think about them as well. So that's why I'm not going into the deep. I will go into the deep when they guys will have a hands on this particular thing. That's why. Okay, now let's move forward.
Yeah.
So we need to create a web service, means instance with a web service. So let's do one thing, create a server first. Launch instance. Click on the launch instance and choose any of the operating system. Right now I'm choosing Ubuntu. So since we are doing practice, we are testing, we are in the testing phase, so we will use E2 micro. Say configure instance, leave as it is because we don't have a VPC right now. So इसको as it is रखते हैं. Add storage. अभी जरूरत नहीं है ज्यादा बढ़ाने की. 8 पे लेके चलते हैं टेस्टिंग के लिए. Tag name provide करा दीजिए इसको. Provide the tag. Web server. But you are working for the company. Remember, naming convention is the most important thing when you are working for the company. So those naming conventions, you will get something like this: production and non-production. So these are the naming conventions that you have to put here. But अभी हम test कर रहे हैं, let it be as it is. Security group, as I said, what is security group? This option will gives you the liberty that whosoever or which service
limitation of
want
services
to access going in or coming in and going out from your. Here you have to select that part. I have a concept. I mean, I have a proper.
Hello.
I think somebody wants to come in.
Yes, Sagar is there.
Sorry. So I have a concept of security group. That time we will look at more. Just as of now, choose all traffic. Already in companies, this is not allowed, but I am doing testing, so let it be as it is. Review and launch. Then you have a key pair that you have to choose. If you don't have a key pair, create a new one. But I have a key pair right now, so I say launch configuration. So I have built up my instance. That means one task is complete. Now I have to run a web service. So the next task is that login and create a web server. So guys, this is known as a EC2 dashboard. All your machines stop, terminated, not terminated, stop and running machines will look out here. Take a look to this dashboard. First name, the name that you have provided. Instance ID, every instance has an ID. Instance state, either running or stop. Instance type. Status check. Focus here on this status check. I'll let you know what is that. Alarm status means if you have set it up certain notification of that. AWS has a monitoring, and that monitoring is known as I forgot the name of that monitoring. That monitoring. अरे पवन क्या होती है monitoring क्या कहलाती है यार? पवन ही नहीं है यहाँ पे. पवन मॉनिटरिंग को क्या बोलते हैं यार? वो भूल गया इसकी कौन सी होती है वो. अरे जो यार अलार्म है
क्लाउड ट्रेल.
अरे ट्रेल नहीं, ट्रेल तो अलग मॉनिटरिंग है. वो जो मॉनिटरिंग भेजते हैं नोटिफिकेशन यार, अबे वो आता नहीं है यहाँ पे, भी बताता हूँ यार।
Cloud watch.
क्लाउड वॉच। सो अगर आपने क्लाउड वॉच सेट कर रखा है तो दोस अलार्म विल बी हियर। थैंक यू सो मच। इन विच अवेलेबिलिटी जोन यू हैव, what is the public IP, what is the, if you have elastic IP version 6 monitoring right now is disabled, that's why there is no alarm. Security group name under which it is being built and the key pair name, what is the time. So this is known as a dashboard. This is also known as a metadata of the instance. So let's get this initialized. Status check is still is in initializing phase. Initializing phase, it will count or it will check each and every hardware of the machine. Here's the detail about the instance, T2 micro, VPC ID, everything, whatever is there on the dashboard, it a bit more advanced. कौन सा आपने AMI version choose किया, whatever the AMI version, so this is the description of your EC2 instance. And then security, under the security you have a security group. If you wish to add or enable or disable any rule, security rule, you can do it from here. Networking, what is the IP address, what is the public DNS and all. Storage, how much space you are having for this instance. Status check, monitoring, the cloud watch monitoring, if you have enabled, it will show everything. Let's refresh and try to log into the instance. It is taking time, just allow it 1 or 2 minutes more. And trust me,
अलर्ट भी होता है क्या?
हाँ अलर्ट होते हैं, वो अलर्ट क्लाउड वॉच के होते हैं। जब हम क्लाउड वॉच पढ़ेंगे ना तो वो अलर्ट हम सेट करना सीखेंगे।
ओके।
So now 2 by 2 check pass. This is again an interview question. What do you mean by 2 by 2? This means that all the hardware check has been passed and the machine is ready to use. So click here, click on connect, copy it, go to the instance. Here, to the location where you have copied the keys and then paste it, connect with the instance. I think last week हम ये सब कर चुके थे. The last week we have completed up to here. I'm into the Ubuntu machine. Let's do the update first.
Sir, I missed the part that 2 by 2. So one is what you said, something related to hardware. Actually, there was some.
Yeah, basically when an EC2 instance run, it will check the internal functionality, whether all the hardware, boot part, every machine is okay. So this 2 by 2 means like the system status. If your system status is not good, then it will be somewhere around 1/2. I mean 1 part failure. It will check the hardware failure. It will check the software check. Every check it will done. Like in previous time, we had BIOS. It will do the post. It will do everything. So this is the kind of thing.
Okay, okay. Yeah, good. But I was just wondering why only 2. It's 2 by 2.
It has 2 checks. If I correctly recall in every word.
One must be for hardware, one must be for software requirement, right?
Something so. Let me tell you. Just let me recall. Yeah, I have heard about this. I mean, I've learned about it. Just give me a second. Let me recall to you.
Sure.
In the meantime, our system is also getting updated. In this 2x2, it will check the network as well. It will check the hardware configuration. It will check the network. So that means if your system is able, okay. The first, I mean, system check is just that whether your machine EC2 is able to communicate to the network or not. This is the first thing. And the second, in the second check, it will check whether the OS and the configuration that you have selected is working properly or not. So that's why it has divided itself into two phases. That's why it is known as a 2x2.
Oh, thanks, Kamran. I was not aware. Thank you very much.
Now where I was here. कहाँ पे आपका ये TCS में ऑफिस कहाँ पर है? NCR में या देन मतलब आप कहीं और है? हैदराबाद या बैंगलोर? बैंगलोर TCS में.
सर जी
Now
मैंने एक्चुअली मैं नोटिस पीरियड सर्व कर रहा हूँ तो
कहाँ पे? TCS में?
हाँ.
तो अभी कहाँ जा रहे हैं आप?
सर बताऊंगा 1 to 1.
कोई इशू नहीं है, आराम से. वैसे मैं भी नोटिस पीरियड सर्व कर रहा हूँ.
ये आप डिजर्व करते हैं. You have good knowledge.
नहीं सर, as such कुछ नहीं सर, as such कुछ नहीं.
No, so many small things I used to ignore, but in this, I think it's hardly 45 minutes. I got means it's a new things I'm learning. So those things matters. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. You are getting the thing. This is the most. I mean, this is the most important thing for me. And
yeah, really.
Okay, now let's create a.
Thanks. Sure.
No issue. We'll talk later on after this. Huh? We will talk about this. Now install the package. We are using Ubuntu, so we have Apache 2 package. Apache 2 is the web package of Ubuntu.
So this packages we need to install every day.
Sorry, this package?
हाँ, we use means हमें हर वक्त ये इंस्टॉल करना पड़ेगा क्या?
देखिए, अगर आपकी फ्रेश मशीन है तो आप नहीं, फ्रेश मशीन है तो करना पड़ेगा. अगर आप अपनी एग्जिस्टिंग मशीन पे काम कर रहे हैं तो आपको नहीं करना पड़ेगा.
ओके.
यहाँ पे ये भी होता है कि ऑटो अपडेट भी होता है. आई थिंक प्री कॉन्फ़िगर्ड होता है सर.
ऑटो अपडेट होता है, बट इट डिपेंड्स which service you are using for web service.
Okay, got it.
Now here on this location,
आपने ये किया है लोकेशन, तो ये लोकेशन किधर है? Where
this
HTML.
जैसे ही आप Apache इंस्टॉल करते हैं, as soon as you install Apache will create a directory itself. This directory will come under where www. Go to this location, you will see HTML here.
नहीं, मेरे लोकेशन पे नहीं आया. मैंने वो ये भी किया, Apache भी डाउनलोड किया, लिखा जो था वो भी, बट ये आया नहीं है.
Apache 2 किया था या Apache किया था? दोनों अलग अलग है.
Apache 2 आपने बोला था.
मैंने Apache 2 ही किया है इंस्टॉल. I have installed Apache 2.
हाँ, तो Apache
ओके, नो इशू. आप एक बार फिर से ट्राई कर लीजिएगा. These steps.
ओके, तो उसी में रहता है, तो फिर I will search once again.
This is the default location. Now, if you go to the index.html, you will see some. I don't want this. I want to create my own web page. So I'll create that. मेरे को अपना web page create करना. Okay, hi everyone. Just imagine this is the web page of the customer. So now your web page is ready. Customer want to access. So to right now we are on a public network. So customer want to access. Copy this link or copy this address. Paste it here. As soon as you enter, you will see the web page that you have written. So everyone try to put this web page on your cell phone, on your laptop. So I'm sure you will also get the same. You will also get the same link, same content. So now just imagine this is the website of the customer, and these websites will also build like that. Suppose Facebook or maybe any of the website. Let's suppose you are interested in cricket. So this is the way that the people used to create a website. They will put their code inside this index.html, and from there they will call it. For an example, I want to build up a website for cricket like this. So this is the code, and if I put this code here, this is my code, and I'm working for the sports organization, and this is my web server. Take an example. I'm not saying server. I cancel this. So here it is. You see the IP address is same and the page is coming. So companies work like this. They will do their code and you have to put this code into this location. And now create an example or imagination that this is your website, which customer is saying only 200 people will be. So you have created that, hand over to the customer. This is the website for an example, just for a sake of it. Now, after some time, customer came to you and he said that now I need to increase the size of the instance because my website is getting hit 2000 per day capacity. I need to increase the capacity. Then as per the company standard, your manager has given you one ticket to Sneha. Can you increase or can you make T2.micro .x large? I mean, can you increase the capacity of the instance from T2 micro to T3 large? And trust me, this kind of request you will get in a week. You will get 2 or 3 times or 4 times, maybe 10 times in a week.
सर यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन है, अभी हमने जो अभी डिफॉल्ट एक EC2 इंस्टेंस क्रिएट किए थे, वहां पे कितना हिट हुआ, क्या हम वहां पे कितना लोग एक्सेस कर पाएंगे पर डे?
सर पर डे अभी जो मैंने किया था सर, वो बहुत सारी चीजों पे डिपेंड करता है.
ओके,
वो नेटवर्क पे भी डिपेंड करता है, वो वेबसाइट के यूज केस पे भी डिपेंड करता है. वो ये डिपेंड करता है कि आपने किस पर्पस के लिए बनाई है. सपोज अगर ये पेमेंट गेटवे है तो जाहिर सी बात है कि उसको 200 लोग नहीं 2000 लोग और 2000 से ज्यादा पर डे उसको हिट करेंगे. सो दैट डिपेंड्स ऑन द बिजनेस एंड दैट डिपेंड्स ऑन द एप्लीकेशन.
वेब सर्विसेज के लिए तो मिनिमल चाहिए होता है, आई थिंक.
वेब सर्विसेज के लिए मिनिमम चाहिए होता है. ये सारी जो चीजें होती है, द थिंग दैट यू आर आस्किंग,
स्केलेबिलिटी के ऊपर डिपेंड करता होगा, आई थिंक. इनका
स्केलेबल के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है. यहाँ होती है इस लेवल का पार्ट हुआ। सारी कॉन्फ़िगरेशन आपकी यहाँ होती है, जिसके अंदर आप ये डिसाइड करते हैं कि कितने यूजर्स को आप अलाउ करेंगे, नंबर ऑफ यूजर्स, हाउ मेनी नंबर ऑफ यूजर्स विल हिट इट. So you have to make changes in. Now here, if you see maximum keep alive request, how much it is? Hello?
100.
It said the maximum number of requests to allow during a persistence connection, यानी एक कनेक्शन में ये 100 लोगों को अलाउ करेगा इस टाइम पे. Set to 0 to allow unlimited amount of access. We recommended you leave this number high for maximum performance. हम आपको रिकमेंड कर रहे हैं इस नंबर को हाई रखिए, जितना ज्यादा हाई होगा उतने कम लोग एक्सेस करेंगे, उतनी अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस होगी. गॉट माय पॉइंट? आपके क्वेश्चन का आंसर, आई थिंक दिस इज द आंसर ऑफ योर क्वेश्चन.
Yeah. Again, it's also depends upon hardware configuration, bandwidth, all right.
Absolutely. As I said, na, this is the part of OS.
Yes.
To make sure how many people will hit it. But as a DevOps engineer, my task is only now to increase the capacity of the instance from this T2 micro to T2 extra large. So to achieve this, what to do? Stop the instance, take the downtime first, just for maintenance purpose. Like in order to do that, you have to raise several changes in your environment. For maintenance, we are downing this machine for 1 hour, for 2 hours, for 3 hours. I mean, the number of time you want to go, take it. Get the approvals from your organization. Once instance gets stopped, it is in stopping state. It is still stopping. Go to the instance state. Sorry, go to the action. Instance setting. Here, you will have instance type. Still, it is in a stopping state. That's why this is not enabled.
सर अपन ने वो इंस्टेंस जब क्रिएट किया तो उसको उबंटू लिया है ना, तो उसके लिए कमांड्स जो है तो वो दूसरा लगेगा क्या, और कभी अपन ने अमेज़न लाइनक्स लिया वो अलग?
डिपेंड करता है, अगर अमेज़न लाइनक्स ले रहे हो तो अलग कमांड है, उबंटू ले रहे हो तो अलग कमांड.
अच्छा, ओके.
अमेज़न लाइनक्स जो है अलग कर्नल है, उबंटू का जो है वो डेबियन का प्रोडक्ट.
अच्छा, ओके.
सर एक मेरा क्वेश्चन था.
गो इट सर.
सर हम जो कमांड टाइप कर रहे हैं, आप जिस गिट बेस पे, आप जो गिट बेस पे कमांड टाइप कर रहे हो, तो सर वो मतलब मुझे उसके बारे में कुछ भी आइडिया नहीं है. मतलब थोड़ा बहुत मैंने देखा वो आपने जो पीपीटी दिया है उसमें, बट वो कब कहाँ पे यूज करना है वो समझ में नहीं आ रहा है मेरे को.
सर वो मैं मान गया आपकी बात. वो बेसिकली क्या कॉन्सेप्ट है, वो लाइनक्स है, वो ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम है. तो पहले ये खत्म कर लेते हैं, उसके बाद उसको भी शुरू कर लेते हैं. तो एटलीस्ट आपको इतना आइडिया हो जाएगा कि जब आप काम करोगे तो कौन सी कमांड कहाँ यूज करनी है. अभी फिलहाल उन चीजों को फॉलो करिए जो कमांड मैं लिखा रहा हूँ, सिर्फ उन्हीं पे ध्यान दीजिए. बाकी जो ओएस लेवल पे मैनेजमेंट होता है उसके मैं अलग से सेशन लूँ. ठीक है सर, ताकि आप काम कर सकें. Now my instance is stopped. Click here to increase the instance type. Go to the action, settings, change instance type. It is here. The type is T2 micro. Increase is to T2 whatever you like. Whatever the type you want. make it. Suppose I say C5 extra. Whatever the type you want, choose this. C5 large, whatever. Say apply. The instance state gets changed. Log into the instance. Say instance start instance. But remember guys, after practical delete these things. Otherwise this will charge. Practical करने के बाद या तो अपना instance stop कर देना या delete कर देना. Otherwise this will charge. So now, once it gets started, log into the instance, your task is done. So this is it for today. Tomorrow we will go and look out the more options of this EC2 from volumes, snapshot, okay, and AMI, and when to use these volumes, when to use the snapshots. This is for tomorrow's topic. ये कल का topic है, volumes and snapshot. If you have any question, go ahead. Otherwise, session is about to end. Then, do you have any questions so far? Hello, guys. Do you have any question, guys?
सर मेरा सभी सच बोल रहा हूँ. मेरे क्वेश्चन है कि अभी आपने जो सर EC2 इंस्टेंस क्रिएट किए थे, ये जनरली ऐसे होता है या हम सीधे जो हमारी रिक्वायरमेंट होता है जो भी इंस्टेंस टाइप वो क्रिएट करते हैं आज पर क्लाइंट रिक्वायरमेंट फर्स्ट EC2 से स्टार्ट करते हैं या मतलब
सर EC2 वाला बेसिक होता है सर.
हाँ,
तो शुरुआत आसान चीज से ही करी है, फिर धीरे धीरे हाई लेवल पे जाएंगे. वरना अभी अगर हाई लेवल
मैं क्लाइंट की बात कर रहा हूँ. आपने जो वर्कशीट दिखाया था एक रिक्वायरमेंट शीट, उसके हिसाब से तो हम प्रॉपर हमारी मैप होगा कि हम ये इंस्टेंस लेंगे, है ना?
हाँ सर, ये मैंने आपको सिर्फ इसलिए दिखाया है कि रिक्वायरमेंट कैसे आती है.
ओके 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 ओके
ठीक है, इसलिए कि क्लाइंट ऑफिस में रिक्वायरमेंट कैसे आती है. ठीक है सर.
श्योर.
चलिए गाइस, सी यू टुमारो अगेन. देन इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेश्चन डू पिंग मी. इसलिए उसको प्रैक्टिस करना, और कोई आउट हो तो मेरे को पिंग कर लेना. ठीक है, उस लोकेशन पे.
Okay.
Okay guys, sure Amit, we will share the recordings with you. Thank you guys. Bye.
Yeah, thank you. Good night.
Thank you.